Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Okay, now what we are going to do is that let's suppose if you are having, if this one, if the moles of water are 0.0654, how many moles of this ethyl ethanoate would be produced? For this thing, you're going to use the molar ratio from the balanced equation, right? So let's just refer to the balanced equation. What's the molar ratio existing between water and ethyl ethanoate? Molar ratio means the numbers that are written here. So
oh
what's the molar ratio?
0.1 oh 1 to 1.
1 to 1. It means if 0.0654 moles of water are being produced, the same amount of moles would be produced, would be there for equilibrium for the ethyl ethanoate. They would also be 0.0654, right?
Oh wait,
Now,
Miss, what does equilibrium moles mean? Like the
equilibrium moles means, beta, this reaction, once it was started, you were having only reactants and the products were actually zero, right?
oh
But
okay.
then this is a reversible reaction. So let's suppose you were having 100 grams of reactants and the products were zero, right? But because it's a reversible reaction, after some time you would be having 80 grams of reactants and 20 grams of product, right? But
Yes.
once the product would form, this product would also start to decompose back into reactants. And then there would come a certain point when the amount of reactants and products would be equal. And that certain point is known as an equilibrium. So we need to find out how many moles of all of these species are going to there at equilibrium, right? Is it clear?
Yes.
So now tell me, these are the reactants. So what is happening? What is going to happen here? Is the amount of reactant going to decrease or is it going to increase?
It's the going to decrease.
Yes, so you would have to find the difference. What's the difference between zero point 0.1 and 0.0654?
Um, 0.0346.
So it means 0.0346 of the water moles they have been reduced. And now once the equilibrium is being reached, we are just left with these much moles. Same is the case because the molar ratio is 1:1. This much amount of moles for the ethyl ethanoate, they have also been reduced, right? Now if these much moles have been reduced, on the product side, the same amount of moles would have been added, right? Which means
Yes.
the ethanoic acid and the ethanol, they would have been increased by the same factor. So it means it would be plus 0.0346 and plus 0.0346, right? So
Yeah.
how much amount of moles would we have? 0.0346 and 0.0346. Now, what is this? This is basically the moles. But in this expression, we are not putting up the moles. What do we have to put?
Uh, the
Concentration.
oh,
Remember? And concentration is number of moles divided by volume. So now we
mm,
have got the moles, we need to find out the volume, right? So
it's
volume
one.
is already, yes, it's already given to us. So if anything that is divided by 1 is the same, right? So we are just going to put here the values to find out an expression for Kc. So what is the concentration of the two products? Because on the numerator, we have the two products that are being multiplied. It's 0.0346 times 0.0346, right? So it
Yeah.
would be 0.0346 multiplied by 0.0346. And on the denominator, we have the two reactants, which would be 0.0654 multiplied by 0.0654. So what are we going to get?
0.529.
Mm, have you done the correct calculation? Because it should not be 0.
Oh, let me check also.
Just recheck it once again.
Do you get 0.2798?
Yes, and if you round it off, it would be 0.28, right? Now,
Yeah.
whenever you are calculating the Kc, you are also supposed to write its units, right? So in order to find the units, it would be mole per dm cube times mole per dm cube, right?
So no
And then,
units because they
yeah,
cancel out.
all of them, they are gonna cancel out and you would be left with no units, right? Now, do you want to practice one such question on your own?
Sure.
Okay, let me just open up one for you, and then what I need you to do is you just need to practice it, okay? So let us just have just a minute. Okay, let's just do the not these ones because I want you to. Okay, what about this one? Can you practice this one?
Yes.
Okay, just tell me how would you be. First, try to do it, and if still you're not able to do it, then we will do it together, right?
Okay.
Yes, I do you know how to do it?
Miss, would the initial moles be 1? Is it
Sorry?
1? Would the initial moles be 1?
You don't have to find the initial moles here.
Oh, okay, sorry.
You just need to find the moles of HI, and you're already given with the Kc. So you just need to use the Kc expression, just rearrange the formula, and simply find out the moles for HI, right?
Oh, okay, yes.
There is no need for ice table here. In some questions, we don't even need the ice table, right? But we'll
Yeah.
practice some more questions related to ice table because it's the most confusing thing for the kids.
Okay, yeah. Miss, I'm confused. I'm not sure how to do it.
Okay, okay, no problem. Let us just do it together, right? So in this case, what we are going to do is they have told you, first let's just write the Kc expression, right? So the Kc expression is products over reactants. So we have HI. So we have HI, and then we have the reactants that are H2 and I2, right? And we would do the square of HI, right?
Yeah.
Because the moles are 2, so it would be the square. Then what would be the next thing? We need to find out how many moles of HI is present at equilibrium, which means we need to find out this thing, right? So we would
Yeah.
just rearrange this equation, which would be HI square is equal to Kc multiply by the concentration of hydrogen multiply by the concentration of iodine. But we just need to find HI, so it means I would just have to square it because this is square. I need to finish up the square, so I would take square root on both sides, right? So it would be
Yeah.
Kc times H2 times I2. So what are we going to get here? What is the value of Kc? It's 60. What's the value of hydrogen?
It's 2.
2. And what's the value for the iodine? It's
0.3.
0.3. So if you just solve it and take the square, what would be the answer?
6. So it's 8?
It is?
8.
No.
Is the answer not 6?
Yeah, the answer is 6. Sorry, I thought you were saying A. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
the answer is A. A is the right answer. Okay?
Uh,
Is this clear? Now, do you want to practice one ice model question?
I think it's fine.
Okay, then it's
Another
fine.
question? Oh, okay, I'll
Yes?
try one, Miss. Yeah.
You'll try another one?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just open up the structured questions for this then. Okay, let me just find one for you. This is another Casey question, but this is not an ice model because they have already given us the moles at equilibrium, right?
Oh,
So,
okay, no worries, miss. It's fine.
okay, then if yeah, this is again we have some partial pressure questions as well, but it's like what are you going to like? How many classes do you need in a week, Peter?
Miss, maybe like, what do you think? Because like I very lost it. I need like a lot of practice questions. Also, miss, I was wondering, I have I have topical past paper questions, like they're compiled. Like
Okay.
I've solved some, but like there's some questions that I don't know how to do. Could I send them to you and then we do them in the class?
Yeah, sure. We can also do it like this. Like you can just make a PDF of those topical questions, right? And you can send them to me and then we can solve them together in the class, okay? That is
Okay.
totally fine. But it's like you have to tell me the total number of classes that you need, right? And
Yeah.
then your available slots so that I can check my availability on those slots, and then we can just discuss a final timetable, right, Lajin?
Okay. Yeah.
And if you feel like if it's for now the chemistry it's too much difficult for you, then I would suggest before your mocks you can take a little bit more classes. And once you're done with your mock exam, because it's really important, then we can
Okay.
reduce the number of classes, okay? So that you can just practice the questions and past papers with me.
Okay, miss, do you think like 3 classes a week is fine?
Yes,
Or
3 classes in a week are good to go. For the first week, we can just go on with 3 classes and see how much can we cover, right? But
okay.
if still, like because we have numericals, are you done with all of the theory topics? Like, have you done the syllabus till the mock exams?
I have, but I'm like doing questions, and then for inorganic chemistry, I don't know the theory at all.
So we have to do the theory as well,
For
right?
inorganic, yeah.
Yeah, we would have to do that as well. So I guess in the start you can just do 4 classes. That would be perfect. And then
Okay, yeah.
later, once your mock exam is done, then we would just revert them, or we would just be fine with 3 or 2 classes in a week,
Yeah.
right?
Miss, is
But
this
yeah,
time good for you or is it late?
11 PST.
Yeah, is this late or would you prefer
It's
earlier?
I would prefer a little bit earlier because I'm teaching, so I have to go to I have to go to my college the next day. So you can just tell
Right.
me your slots and we can just adjust. Maybe for one day the late is fine, but for one day, like you can just tell me whatever your slots are, and then
Oh,
we can
okay.
adjust it, right? So
Okay.
you just have to send me a message with all of your slots on every day, and then I'll just check my timetable, and then we will just quickly get done with your timetable so that we can begin, right, Rajin?
Okay, that's good.
Okay, because I don't want your time to be wasted. I know your mock exams are just too near. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much,
Okay, then
Miss.
it was nice, Beta. No problem. Take care of yourself and do let
Thank
me know
you.
about your slots. Bye.
I
Allah
will.
Hafiz.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.